Alright, let's make this video straight to the point because it may be a little long and I don't want to make it long. So, you want to take Mixamo characters, you want to take them from Mixamo and you want to put them in Unreal Engine and you want to do some animation. Let me show you the steps that I take to do my animation and my workflow. So let's get straight to the point, okay? We're not going to start here in Mixamo's website. We're going to start with folder management first. I created a folder called Mixamo and Sketchfab because that's exactly what I'm working on is Mixamo and Sketchfab folder. So all the projects that I downloaded, all the characters, everybody here, I downloaded from Mixamo and Sketchfab. And this folder here is what we're going to create first. Now, you don't have to name it XY bots. I named it XY bots. You can name it main mannequins, whatever you want to identify. This is just my workflow. But the first thing you should do is create a folder so you know where all your things are going to be and label them and make sure that they're there and you know where they are and you know what you're going to do ahead of time. Here's what I mean. Double click on the folder that you created just for the mannequins. I call mine XY bots. And I created a folder for the ladies and I created a folder for the male. So the male, of course, is going to have the male mannequin and the male animations. And the ladies, of course, ladies animation and the lady skeleton. And the same thing with the man skeleton. So that's what I would do first. Create your folder, lady, male, or whatever you want. So we're in Mixamo right now. So go to Mixamo, and here's what I do, because I was confused with how this whole thing works, and I was just downloading so many different animations, and I didn't know what I was doing at first, and quite frankly, I still kind of don't know what I'm doing, but I'm getting better and better every single day, and my work proves it. So what I do now is that instead of getting these characters, because, you know, Mixamo has a bunch of characters you can download, and they're all free, okay, and they have characters. So you can pick a character you want, you know, just for whatever theme you're working on. And these characters already have skeletons already involved. And let's just say you needed a couple of background people, or you need people running in a marathon, or you just needed people dancing in the background or whatever, or you needed a zombie to come get you. The zombie is attacking you. You can just look for certain characters and they'll have a certain look for whatever theme you're working on. But I downloaded a couple of different characters and I was using them for my main animations, which I realized that I shouldn't do from my workflow. So here's what I do now. I go here and I just type in bot, and it'll give me a male bot and a woman bot. Let's start off with the female bot. See, now she's just dancing with this animation here. So before you move forward, the thing about it is you have to have a mannequin, and the mannequin has to be rigged with a skeleton. And that's how you're able to take these Mixamo animations and put it on this already rigged mannequin. So what I do first is that I don't even get an animation. I take the mannequin and I make sure that the mannequin has at least a pose on it. So I would say pose. I will look for a pose. Look for that. So there's a T-pose right here. So I know that this T-pose animation already has a skeleton on it. So I want this skeleton, my first initial mannequin, to have a skeleton. So you like the mannequin the way it is, just leave it the way it is, download the mannequin. Now, the most important part is the first mannequin you download, you have to download it with skin. Now, in my world of animation, they call it bones or skeleton, but yet it is kind of skin because you have to paint skin weights on it. But it would have been a lot more easier if they say with bones. But the first mannequin in the T-pose, you can leave it at 30 frames per second or whatever you want to put it on. I always leave it at 30 frames a second. And uniform, I just leave it as none. I don't even bother with that because I don't notice a difference. And I definitely FBX. Once you have the T-pose of the woman character you want with the skeleton already attached, you hit download. It's going to take a time to download, and then see, this is where your folder management comes into play, because where I created in my Mixamo and Sketchfab folder, XY bots. Double click on there, I go into the ladies folder. I already have most of the stuff downloaded, but if you see here, I have her as lady T-pose, And then, so I'll know that is the lady in the ladies folder, T-pose, because I want my first download to be a T-pose, because it's going to have the skeleton already. I've already done that. So you download that. Now you have the ladies skeleton and the mannequin for Mixamo. Now it may sound strange, but you can take all these animations from these mannequins and just port it over to any character that you put in your Unreal project, because the way the skeleton works. So we're going to do the same thing for the male. Same exact thing. Type in bot. And then we're going to do the same thing for the man. We have him here. Then we're going to go into the T-pose. We're going to look for that. And then I'm just going to put it on him, which he already had, but I just do it just for the hell of it. Same thing with the man. You want with skin, and you can leave the settings the way it is, but you want the first download in the T-pose with skin. Hit download. It's gonna ask you where you want it. Now you put it in the mail folder. I don't know if I had it in the other folder, but you get what I'm saying. But now I'm in the mail folder, and then I have one right here. It's called Mail T-pose. Same exact thing. Download it. Now that is out the way. So if we go back to the folder and we go into the mail, you can see the Mail T-pose. Now I have a program here that can show you FBX, how it looks. So look, see? So it shows you the mannequin, and it has skeleton on it. And if you want, you can actually put like walking on it. But we're not going to do that here. So let's go back. Now what we're going to do is go back to Mixamo. Now we have those two skeletons already downloaded and ready to go. Now we can go to the animations and see what kind of animations we can put on the skeleton. So this is let's start off with the lady. You know what? Let's start off with the man, because it doesn't make any difference. So let's just say this man here, I wanted him to do an animation where he, you know what? Let's just grab a few in it. He's dancing. Let's just say he's dancing. All right, he's dancing. He's having a good time. He's like, whoop. So now, over here, before you download this dance or this animation, you can tweak it a little bit according to whatever your project is. So let's just say overdrive here, you wanted the character to go a little bit more slower. So you drag it down and it'll be like he's in slow motion. You get what I'm saying? And the character arm spacing, of course, arms are gonna be like a little bit more apart from each other. See? Or closer. So I'll move that up a little bit. It's going to be a little bit more further from each other. So, you know, you got a little bit options before you download that final animation. But if you change your mind, people don't know that there's a reset button underneath each one, and you can just reset each one and it'll go back to normal. I like it the way it is right now, because this is just for learning purposes. So I'm going to go to, this is the guy, because he has blue, and the female mannequin has on a pink on her skin, on her color, so I can tell the difference. So now that we downloaded the first animation, the first mannequin with skin, basically with bones, we don't need to download with skin anymore for any animation that we're going to put on this mannequin, okay, because we already have the skin, the bone. So I'm going to do without skin, leave everything the way it is, download, wait for it to download, of course. And now when it's downloaded, you would just put it in here. I'm going to put the dancing tweak here just for the hell of it. I have a couple other animations. And you can do the same thing for another animation. Let's just say this one right here. He's like, what? What happened here? Oh. Or we'll get something a little bit more like, all right, you know what? That's okay. That's good right here. This is good. We'll download this one. Same thing without skin. That's the most important. We're going to put it in the mail folder because this is a mail action. Well, kind of, but, you know, whatever. And then I'm going to find one more. Oh, whoa. That's too short. He got scared. What's he doing? What's he doing here? He's like, oh, it's over there. All right, we'll just do the it's over there point. And download that without skin, because we already have the skin. Remember that. And then we'll save it inside of the folder that we created for the male. Now remember, you can do the exact same thing for the women. Let's just go here. Let's just say we want to look for dancing, and we want a woman to be dancing, and she wants to look really nice. So we have this character. It's a male character, but what we can do is that we can go over here and just look for the woman character, so we can know that the skeleton will match when we put it in. And now we have the woman character here. And now we can go back to animations and add whatever animation we want. So let's go back and see if we can get some more dancing. So we have right here, we have this dance, we like it, we don't have to tweak anything. We download, we already have the skin, so we don't need the skin. And then we do the same procedure, but this time for the female folder. Because this is good project management. Because after a while, when you download so many different animations, I already have this one, but you get it. It's going to be downloaded. And let's pick another one. Let's see. All right, that one's okay. We don't have to make it look pretty. We just want to download so we can put it in Unreal Engine without skin. And we download it here back to the female folder. Just so I can know which animations is for what. Just in case I wanted a woman to be running in like in a sexy way, at least I know I can look in the female folder and know that I have animations for women. So we downloaded that. We like that. I have a couple more, but you can just download as many as you want with the same procedure. Now we're going to take a pause with this, and we're going to go into Unreal Engine now. What I would like to do is create a new scene. I'll just create a new scene just for this one, just so we can move things over. So in Unreal Engine, of course, like I said, I like project management. So in Unreal Engine, in my folders, I have all my folders neatly arranged in colors, because when I first started Unreal Engine, all my folders were all over the place and I couldn't find anything, and I had tons of copies of everything and taking up 200 gigs, and I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't even know I had 2 copies of this. So you can lose a lot of space if you have poor project management. So all my animations I want to put inside of the animations folder. So a couple of animations that I acquired over the few months of just scouring the marketplace and stuff like that. But I created a folder here called Mixamo, and in that folder I have most of the characters that I downloaded from Sketchfab and Mixamo. Once again, you have to just right click and create a new folder, and I call it XY bots. And now we go into the XY bots, and we still have the same ladies and male folder. I created them separately instead of dragging them across, but I'm gonna get rid of this one just for demonstration purposes. I'm just gonna get rid of the lady. Get rid of all the animations that I put in there for her. Get rid of them. So now let's go into the ladies folder. You created the folder already and you're ready to go. What you do now is you're inside the ladies folder where you want to animate, where you want to import the skeleton mesh first. The mannequin with the skeleton. That's the very most important. If you try to import any animations before the skeleton, you're gonna have problems because it wouldn't have a skeleton to attach the animations to. So that's why we created the skeleton first. So we're going to go into the lady folder or the women folder, and lady T-pose. This is the most important because this is the one that we downloaded with skin. Open. And when it opens up, it's going to ask you, well, just leave it the way it is because you don't have to change anything. Leave everything by default and just push import. When it imports, you'll see that it imports let me go right here. Yeah, as you can see, it imported the texture for the lady pose or the lady. And then now you see you have like bones and everything and toes and hands and stuff like that. So now you can connect animations to this because it's configured correctly so that Mixamo's animations can work properly on an already rigged Mixamo character with a skeleton. I know it's complicated, but I know you guys still got it in you to keep going because this is complicated, but payoff is fantastic. You know when you learn. So now I have this lady folder here with just the skeleton, the physics, and all that kind of stuff, and the bones. So now that I have a skeleton mesh in here, so when I import my animations, it will have a reference to the skeleton that's in there. So here we go. Let's do the belly dancing first. Open up. Now it's asking me the skeleton. We want the lady pose. Remember that's the one we put at first. That's very important. Make sure you see the lady. If you don't see the lady, that means the skeleton mesh is not there and it's missing. So once you see the skeleton there, then you can hit import. And it should just import that one animation. Let's see. It's taking its time. Sometimes some animations take a long time to be imported into Unreal Engine, and some of them just get imported immediately. So I already see, just because everything else I left in a T-pose, this is why I put the first skeleton in a T-pose, so I can identify any animation that may be working here. So see, right here is the belly dancing animation. If we click on it, you see her belly dancing. So now you want to import, let's say you wanted to import the rest of these animations now, because you already know that you already have a skeleton and you don't want to do one at a time. What you can do is you can select whatever animation. We already have the lady, so we don't need to re-import her. And we'll just do the rest of these. And then we'll import them. It's going to ask you one initial time about the lady pose. Now, this is blue, so I'm kind of confused as to why this is not. So let me just type in lady, see what it shows me. Okay, I'll leave it as that. I'm probably not seeing correctly. And then once it's set, we have a couple of other animations coming in, like 2 more, 3 more. If you hit import all, it would import the rest behind this one with the exact same settings. So let's hit import all so we don't have to do one at a time. As long as it found the skeleton, it will import the rest of the animations and connect it to the skeleton for you. So it's importing the animations right now. It's almost finished by 80%. And once the animations are imported into your Unreal project, you can use them right away, right? There's a whole bunch of other things you can do with them, but at least those animations are working and they're running inside of Unreal Engine. Now you say to yourself, that's cool, but what if I don't want to use this mannequin all the time? Now look, you have this piece of animation here. Then you have this one right here. Then you have this one. See, these are the animations that I just brought in. What else? And we got the salsa. So we got 5 animations for this one T-pose character. So if we hit the simulate button here and we just hit simulate, I like to hit Alt S, but simulate. And when you simulate this, it'll start playing all the animations for you so you can see at least what it looks like. So these are all the animations that you just downloaded, that we just downloaded from Mixamo, and we put it on the character, which is this mannequin here. And then now we have the mannequin. It's a woman mannequin. Now, let's just say hypothetically, you said, that's great. I've done this already. Thank you. Now, remember, you can do the same thing with the male. We'll just do it just for the record. With the male, same thing. Same character. He has another dance too. I just downloaded a few separate animations for him as well. And here's another one. No, this one looks crazy. I don't want to go too crazy with it. And then if you hit simulate, let's see what happens. You know, Unreal crashes a lot. So if it crashes on me, I'm sorry. I'll have to reboot Unreal. So let's just hope it behaves itself today. So I did the exact same thing with the male models. So now I have a bunch of mannequins that's just default women and men, blue and pink, which is okay. So once I stop that, I said to myself, man, I have a character that I downloaded from Sketchfab, and now I want to take one of these animations and I want to put it on my character. Well, I got you covered. This is old Escanor that I downloaded before, but I had a little bit of problems with him, and I don't even want to talk about that because it's very annoying to me. So I'll talk about that in another video. But let's go to Escanor with the fur. This is the one that I've been working on. Now, if anybody knows Escanor, his costume is not supposed to look like this, so I'm having texture issues, and that by itself is a whole different story. So let's just say I wanted, we don't even need Escanor in here. Let's just get rid of him because we don't need the actual character yet. Let's just say we go back to my animation folder, and we go back to the Mixamo folder, and we go right to the bots that we did, and we wanted to take the lady bot. And we wanted to, let's see. All right, we wanted to take this piece of animation that we had here, and we want to put it on another character that we had with the correct skeleton setup. So right-click on the animation, go to retarget animation. When you retarget the animation, forgive me, because sometimes when I do retargeting, it takes a while to load, as you can see here. But while it's loading, it's going to take this character that we downloaded that already has its skeleton and already has all the components that it needs to add animations to it. So we're going to use this skeleton, the lady or the male, as a source. That's why I wanted to download every animation for every male or female inside each folder, so I can just keep retargeting the animations to different characters. So now I want Escanor. Oops, did I type that wrong? Sorry. So I want an Escanor. Now, I did the exact same thing on Mixamo, because you can take other characters and upload them to Mixamo, and then you can rig them. This is going to be another video later, but you can rig them and you can put them in Unreal Engine as well. So I usually put Escanor with fur, because that's the one with the fur on, and I put mix at the end of it, so I'll know it was a Mixamo skeleton, and I know I've already rigged it so I can download it and retarget image animations. So Escanor, I scaled him to real world size. He's about 10 foot tall, and I went into Maya and I did the distance tool, and I went online and found out how tall is Escanor. How tall is he? Right? So now this is the mannequin that I want to take the animation from and put it on Escanor, and it shows you the animations here. So it shows you most of the animations here that you can retarget that's in that folder, right? And the more you put in there, the more this list gets. So if I put a bunch of animations in the lady folder, anything that I put in the lady folder, I can retarget to any character. So that's why I put male and female animations and mannequins in 2 separate folders, because instead of putting animations and downloading them from tons of different projects, I can download a male mannequin, female mannequin, and then I'll just download what I need and retarget it to whatever I want and use it later. So let's just say I like this animation and I want to keep it. I can just simply hit export animation, and I can export this animation onto this character right here, which is Escanor, Lion, Sin of Pride. But if you wanted all of the animations, you can just select all of them, and you can just now have all the animations go one at a time. So just for this video, I'm gonna do all the animation. No, you know what? Just one, because I don't want this thing to crash on me. I'm already counting my blessings. So let's do that's a T pose. That one is, let's see. All right, Escanor, you're looking all sexy and fly there, you tall guy, you tall cup of sunshine. So we export the animation, and then, of course, you know me, folder management is mad important. So I already have everything put aside. So in my animations folder, in my Mixamo folder, I'm going to look for Escanor. And when I find Escanor, I have an animations folder that I already have here. And I already made a folder in there, and I named it. I made a new folder, and I named it Retargeted Animations. And this is going to be for Escanor, but I accidentally did 2 of them. So I'll erase one of them later, but I'll put it in this one. But it's supposed to only be one folder in Escanor's folder. So at least I know that when I retarget the animation for Escanor, it's going to go in his folder so I can see what they look like. So I like this animation. I like the settings. I'm going to hit export. This little box is going to pop up. If you have files in there from before and you think you may be putting duplicates in there, you can hit overwrite existing files and it will overwrite the files. But I don't have any existing files in there, I don't think. But anyway, it don't matter. I'm going to hit export, and bam, it already did it. These are a couple of animations that I've already exported. Well, I don't know what happened here. Let's see. Okay, I'll go back to the Escanor folder. It kind of just went into the background. I don't feel like looking for that right now. So I'm going to go into the Escanor folder, and I remember Escanor with fur and the retargeted animations. Let's see what we got. We got this one, because remember I had 2 folders, so forgive me if I'm in the wrong folder. I'll just check them all. Okay, yeah, this looks like it. But look at Escanor. Look how sexy. Look ahead, Escanor. You looking all fly. Ooh. Right? But these are all the other retargeted animations that I did for Escanor as well. So I have a bunch of retargets. So I just took a bunch of mannequin animations and I just retargeted them. So I can use them for Escanor, I can use them for anyone. And on top of that, you can use poses as well. So you can pose, because I have a few poses here as well. He's just sitting in a pose. You don't have to really animate sometimes. You can just do a camera pan while he's just looking at TV, trying to find out who's acting evil. Sacred treasure, Rita, come to my hand. No, that's lying, no, but never mind. So you get what I'm saying now. So the animations are retargeted now, and if you want, you can just simply slide Escanor right here, and you hit play, and oh, I guess it doesn't want to play because Escanor is in the picture. I don't know. Sometimes Unreal Engine crashes like that. So, but you get what I'm saying. Let's see if I can hit play at least. Let's see that. Okay, I get it. This error here, whatever that error is. I usually get that sometimes, and then I have to close out Unreal Engine and reopen it. But let's see if I can save it. I'm just gonna save it as an untitled project with my other stuff, because that might refresh it, and then I'll see if I can do a simulation again. Oh, I guess not. It's telling me no again. But you get what I'm saying. So now your animations will be playing, and it's retargeted, and you can do it for women and you can do it for men. Now I know this video was mad long, but it was a lot. It was jam-packed with a lot of information. And if you guys have any questions, well, if I just ran through and didn't remember anything, you just let me know. But don't forget your project management. Put all your folders in the right place. I would make a mannequin for male and female and just download all the animations for male and female. And when you do that, you can always retarget it to whoever character you want. And plus, it'll be a good way that when you retarget it to the other character, you'll know if the other character has a good skeleton mesh. You get what I'm saying? Oh, Eskimo's like, "Roar! Roar!" So in the next video I make, I'm going to show you how I did Escanor. I got it from sketchfab.com. That's actually a website you can get paid and free models for your projects. And if you want theme models, I like to call them theme models, like Dragon Ball Z or any cartoon characters or any animated characters. There's regular people making these things and putting them up there, so you should just definitely go check them out. And, you know, if you like this kind of content, like and subscribe and follow me. So if you, when I put up a next video, you'll be the first one to see it, all right? So if you have any questions about this, I know it was long, but it was worth it. You have any questions about this, let me know, and I could try my best to answer it. I'll talk to you guys the next time I do a video. Rawr!